What's good, YouTube? It's your boy TSO Sage, and I'm back with another video. Now, before I get started, I just want to point out one quick thing about my channel. Very often on Twitter, sometimes on Instagram, and especially on Twitch, I'll get requests to do different content outside of basketball, which, although trust me, it's surreal. I feel so special when you guys do that, and I thank you for having that mentality. That doesn't go for like majority of my subscribers. It doesn't go for majority of my viewers. If I upload a video within those first 24 hours, I typically get around 8,000 views. My latest video on stream highlights that are basketball related even by this recording is likely to not even hit 5,000 views. In short, I do see those comments and I do appreciate them, but if I ever want to make different kinds of content, it's going to be essentially a culture reset on my channel, and I can't risk doing that while I'm only at 20k. But those comments are surely encouraging, and hopefully one day most of you guys feel that way as well. But all right, let's get back to the video. The damn Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh brother, this is a team who man, I don't even have an intro for real. There's something 6'9", 260 about this franchise that we have to address. You know where the hell this is gonna go. But first things first, if you guys like the video, don't forget to like the video, and let's get right to it. So to answer the very obvious question here, how did the Cavaliers get here? The same exact way they were good once upon a time. LeBron James. Oh my God, Sage, you're casual. You didn't have anything. I think you were mad because I didn't have anything more than that. Some of y'all don't be making sense. But no, I really don't have much more than that because it's not necessary. I can certainly break down how they play today, and I'll do that in a minute. But in terms of understanding how they suck to begin with and how they aren't the championship team they once were, I'm not about to overcomplex it. LeBron James left the franchise, arguably the greatest player of all time, who you invested crazy stock in, so when he left, it hurt you even more than it would already hurt for an all-time player leaving your franchise. I refuse to be extra for no reason. Both of the times the Cavaliers were competent in the modern era, LeBron James was the sole reason. Oh, but no. I'm not saying LeBron's entire 10 years in Cleveland, he never had help. Nobody is saying that. And by the way, his first time in Cleveland has nothing to do with this video. The overall point I'm getting at is this team was only relevant in terms of winning basketball games when LeBron James was on the roster. So for him to be leaving your franchise when you know you need him was already a bad thing. But somehow you made it worse than it already was gonna be. Let's talk about Kyrie Irving. You know what? My bad. Let's not even talk about Kyrie for real, okay? Let's talk about the Kyrie Irving trade, because we know what Kyrie is, because we've talked about Mr. Irving before. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was on some ha told you so shit when the trade happened, but I knew damn well the Cavs lost the trade off rip, and dear God was I right. I just didn't know it was that bad. Zizic just isn't even in the league anymore. They turned Crowder, who was a part of the trade, and D-Rose, who was already on the team, into Rodney Hood and George Hill, which didn't sound bad at first until you realize all that turned into 4 niggas who don't play for the Cavaliers and the Bucks pick in 2022. Oh my bad, they also got 2 seconds in the bench warmer. Sorry, I want to make sure I get everything right, okay? You hear me, Cavs fans? I'm gonna do you justice. Then we get to Isaiah Thomas, which, by the way, how the fuck did you not know he's hurt? It's one thing for fans to underrate an injury, but if I downscale the Cavaliers, they're still a multi-million-dollar organization. How do you not even get his medical reports? Like, how do you not scout the talent that you're trying to get for your star player? Like, oh my God. Anyway, the Cavs then essentially trade Moritz Wagner, Channing Frye, and Isaiah Thomas for Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance, which does sound good for a change. Too bad you only kept one of them. You turned Jordan Clarkson into Dante Exum in 2 seconds, okay. And lastly, and not even by a long shot, the least, Colin Sexton. So in case you couldn't keep up, and I perfectly understand why, in exchange for the Cavaliers losing LeBron James and trading Kyrie Irving, for Colin Sexton, a low first-round pick, 4+ seconds, maybe I missed 1 or 2, Dante Exum, Matthew Dellavedova, and the players who not even playing for Cleveland anymore are not even in the league anymore. Oh, but wait, it somehow gets worse, because I've never even heard of some shit like this. When you break down the trades and really look at the names of the players the Cavaliers traded, how did almost all of them make the playoffs again before they did? LeBron James won a finals. Kyrie Irving made the 2nd round and is definitely going to be a contender this season. Jordan Clarkson, 6th man of the year candidate, by the way, definitely about to make the playoffs. Jay Crowder made a fucking finals. Rodney Hood made the Western Conference Finals. George Hill's been making the playoffs since he got traded, and Derrick Rose is certainly gonna make it there this year with the New York Knicks. And in terms of how the team plays today, oh my God, I mean, why would you watch the Cavaliers play today? It's a bunch of wraparounds with players that shouldn't be wrapping around the 3-point line. Sexton, Garland, and Larry Nance are the only players that look like they give a fuck half the time, which is sad because even niggas like Chetty Osman and Jared Allen just don't give a fuck. Those are 2 players I like them niggas, but they don't give a fuck. It shows statistically, damn well shows defensively, and okay, I guess they give a fuck a little bit offensively, but then at that point, it's Chetty Osman and Jared Allen on offense. And I hate to say it because it's really gonna hurt Cavs fans' heart, but if you watch the Cavaliers play, outside of plays designed for Colin Sexton to score the ball, it's a team that that misses LeBron so bad, they still play like they have LeBron James. Why do they keep trying to play the driving kick? That's not what they're good at. Your young studs are guards and you don't have any guard-centric offense. This shit is crazy. And now let's talk about how you fix it, because dear God, you have a lot of work to do and it's not going to be fast. And before I name said options, I want to point this out about Darius Garland. And Cavs fans, this is going to hurt your heart, but for a multitude of reasons. He should not be a part of your future at all. I'm sorry, but Sexton is the guy here. Darius Garland is a 6'2" point guard with some potential, no cap. And as of now, he's inconsistent, but I'll even give him the fact that one day he can get his shot down. But I see no defensive potential, and I don't see him becoming one of the 15 best scorers in the league. Nevertheless, becoming an elite playmaker. Oh, but Sage, that's an unfair bar for Garland. I'm not saying it is, but the reason I have to hold him to those standards is because if you're gonna build your team around two guards under 6'5", really both of them need to be able to play some defense, and one of them needs to be able to play off the other. We've all seen them play. That's not gonna fucking happen. I didn't mention Darius Garland when I was talking about how the Cavaliers play because he does the same thing that Sexton does. Whether he tries to grade his own shot for a good 6 to 8 seconds, or sometimes they even run plays for him, the results and the production are consistently a lot worse. And I'm not gonna cap to you, I'm not high on Garland any fucking way. But even if you were, he can't play with Sexton in the future. It's not gonna be a thing. So with that being said, you have two options. Option number one is the obvious one that a lot of you guys are assuming I'd go with, tank. Which isn't necessarily a bad strategy at all, it's just not what I would go with. But I see why it's popular. If the Cavaliers just say fuck it and actually tank. Not tank, get one good player and try to win again. No, realize that you're not gonna be good. Accept the fact that you're in Cleveland, nobody wants to go there. In fact, speaking of free agency, only sign young talents on long-term deals. Bet on your future bench. But yeah, until you acquire your star players via draft, just say fuck it, bro. We're inept anyway. What are Cavs fans gonna do? Cry that you're losing? No. Well, I mean, yeah, they are gonna cry that you're losing, but they've been doing that for 5 years anyway, so who cares? And the only side objective while you're taking is to make sure Colin Sexton is happy. Because Colin Sexton is fucking great, bro. No cap. We talk about overrated and underrated all the time. Cavs fans, I got y'all with this one. You don't want to know who's actually underrated? Colin motherfucking Sexton, dog. I'm not gonna go there personally, but I'm gonna let the comments go to war, and I will gladly start this war. Y'all talk about SGA compared to Zach LaVine and Trae Young. What if I told you Colin Sexton is debatable with SGA himself? First of all, you're gonna have to hold some if you tell me Colin Sexton doesn't play better defense than SGA. Like, seriously? I don't know what impact metric. I wasn't on B-Ball Index today, but no. Colin Sexton is clearly the better defender. Now, offensively, you got some, no cap. And that's why y'all gonna debate it, because it's not about SGA v Sexton. But offensively, Colin Sexton has an underrated 3-ball, a very solid slasher. He could improve his playmaking significantly. I'm not gonna hold you, but this is gonna sound a bit casual or cliche when I say this, but he has that factor. Like, I trust him down the stretch of games, and I trust him to make the right move, the right play, and he won't just cut to the pressure. So even if he never becomes that playmaker, and yes, he's not as tall as a franchise guy normally is, but during this tank job, you keep Colin Sexton for as long as you possibly can, and pray during that tenure you draft a player who's better than Colin Sexton. Because the only bad thing I have to say about bro is, unfortunately, he's not going to be the championship guy. He's not going to be your number one. But even Cavs fans know that. Oh, and lastly, and most importantly, if Sexton does get mad, guess what? Pack him up. Do not end the tank early if you choose to tank. But option two, and my personal take for the Cavs, they need to make a team that can contend for the playoffs right now. Think about it. Everywhere you go, people talk about Cleveland as a team that can't do shit without LeBron James. If we as fans think that, you think the players just 100% disagree? Like, fuck no. Even the Cleveland Cavaliers think that. Now, I'm not saying be the next Orlando Magic and start being an 8th seed and being comfortable with that. But I feel the Cavaliers do need to become more of a competitive team. Yes, it will involve overpaying people, but at least you overpay players that can make you go to the playoffs. You then trade some of those assets to take a step back just so you can leap forward the next year. Oh, but Sage, what the hell does that mean? After making the playoffs, some of the players on your team stock is bound to rise. Once there's a draft and or free agent that you 100% believe in, go get that shit. You have first round picks. And if you make the playoffs, you therefore have talent. Okay, but do you really trust Cleveland to make a playoff team? Do you trust them to properly tank? No matter which route they go, it's a long process. But I personally believe they should gear towards winning now, because they damn well not on track to win later. So you might as well change the narrative that the whole league has about you. And for the love of God, forget LeBron James. Niggas can't get over their ex. That's crazy. But that's gonna do it for today's video. It's been your boy TSO Sage. If you guys like the video, like the video. If you like my content, subscribe. Why the fuck you watching my shit and you're not subscribed? And it's been your boy TSO Sage. I'ma holla at y'all tomorrow. Take care and stay blessed.